Hey guys, and welcome back to another memory plan with me. Today I'm memory planning for the week of June 19th through the 25th, and the kit I'm using is this beautiful kit by Lil Bees, who currently is no longer open. At least as of now. I don't know if Maria has any plans of coming back or when she comes back. So yeah, I don't have any information on that, but I still had this kit, so of course I had to use it. And I must say this spread is a little bit more calm than the other two previous spreads that I did. They're also up on my channel in case you're interested. But yeah, first of all, the color scheme or the colorway is way more calm than the other two, or at least more calm than the last one. But also overall the vibes is just a little bit more calm. Which I mentioned that before, but I like, just switching things up every now and then, or like pretty much every single spread, and just go with the vibe of the kit pretty much. But yeah, I'm still sick. You can probably tell by my voice. I feel like my voice is a little bit better, but I actually feel worse personally. So that's fun, but I really have to get through these videos. There are a few more spreads I want to film, like some more exciting spreads where certain things happened. But then we will move into our 2024 spreads soon. But like I said, I'm just trying to get through these videos that I want to film, and then all of the other spreads I will do off camera, which obviously I haven't uploaded a lot of Plan With Me's this year, but I have been planning. So there are a couple of spring spreads I have to finish, and then there will be a couple more summer spreads. But for the most part, I actually have been planning. So my planner is not empty this year, because if you were here last year, you know that my 2022 planner is not very empty, but it is empty. So I did say I did not want this to happen this year, even though I didn't plan a lot of those spreads. I did still plan them on my own time. So yeah, but this specific week was the week where we started to move, which was super stressful. We haven't moved prior to our move, we haven't moved for I think like 6 years, I believe. 6 or 7 years, I think 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. So, there was a lot of things that have accumulated, a lot of things I had to go through, especially with kids. There's so much like just stuff that accumulates that we had to get rid of. And yeah, it was a stressful week, but it was also an exciting week, an emotional week, because, you kind of grow attached to places. And like I said, we've been in that specific place for 6 years. I brought 2 babies home in that home, and yeah, it was just a little bit emotional to say goodbye, but it's also nice to have kind of like a fresh start. We didn't move far from where we used to live, but we live in a completely different like school district. It is a different city. It's considered a different city. It used to be part of Montgomery, where we used to live, but now it's its own city, even though it's just like a 10-minute ride from where we used to stay. But yeah, completely different school district, which was one major part why we moved, because we really wanted to be in this specific school district. The elementary school is brand new. It's only a couple of years old, and yeah, it's just an amazing school that offers so many extracurriculars, like learning Korean, theater classes, and that's all for elementary school. My kids are in elementary school, so yeah, there's a lot of things that they offer that we really liked, and also their overall school system in general. Like they don't have grades actually. Well, they have grades, but it's not like A through F. They basically get points 1 through 4, which 4 being kind of compared to an A, and then it kind of goes down from there, 1 being not so good. I don't know if it's considered failing per se, but it's not really good. It basically means your child needs extra help. which they are getting. If they're lacking in a certain subject, they are getting extra help in throughout school hours and stuff. So overall, we just really love the school. So we were really excited when we were able to move into this school district, because in this whole school district there's only one apartment complex. It's where we live. Other than that, it's all like houses, like neighborhoods pretty much. But yeah, there's only one apartment complex that exists in this area. So it was a little bit hard to get into this complex, but we made it work and we got approved, so that was exciting. But yeah, it was really stressful. For one, this week was like an excessive heat type of week, or it started to get really, really hot all of a sudden, because this year for some reason it took a very long time to get hot. Usually like our spring starts very early, like end of February, end of March. It gets really warm here in Alabama, and then summer is like right around the corner, and then it gets super hot. But for some reason it was really cold, like for us considered cold, all the way up until like May, June-ish. And then it got really hot. I mean, you probably heard about it. It was like hot everywhere. Like Texas was incredibly hot and it was just burning. But yeah, this was kind of the start of it. So we were like, oh my goodness, we picked like the perfect week to move, right? And then my husband and I also thought it was a good idea to do the move by ourselves and not hire movers, which the next time we move, we will definitely hire movers. We just thought we'll save some money and just do it all ourselves. And then him and his brother were the only people moving all the furniture. And we lived upstairs, and now we live upstairs again. So they had to like take the furniture downstairs and then take the furniture upstairs again. And I was so incredibly thankful to my husband and his brother who did it all by themselves. It was not easy. And like I said, it was super hard as well. So yeah, shout out to them for being such troopers and moving us pretty quickly. But yeah, we didn't specifically move in this week. Our lease was overlapping for like 2 weeks. We kind of had to get new place during this time or on this specific date, otherwise they would have given it away. And so yeah, we had to overlap the lease, which we wanted to do anyways, but 2 weeks was a little bit more than we wanted to, because obviously you have to pay for both places at the same time. But thankfully, we have some money saved, and we were able to do that. So yeah, our lease was overlapping, but it also obviously gave us some time to kind of move comfortably. And like I said, we didn't move far away, so we were able to go back and forth multiple times, and that was definitely helpful. Like I said, we haven't moved in 6 years, so I felt like I had no idea what I was doing. I was so unorganized, which is typically not really me. I like to be a very organized person. I love making lists and I love planning everything out. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There was just so much going on that I was super unorganized, and we made like 100 trips back and forth. My car was also in the shop at that time, so we only had one car, and obviously my husband also had to work, so it wasn't fun. But other than moving or getting ready to move, I don't think anything specific happened. I could kind of go through the days a little bit, I guess. So Monday, of course, my Mark Coffee Monday, as always. The icon is from Miss Meow. I used quite a few Miss Meow icons because that specific colorway that I had those were icons from a kit, and that colorway actually matched perfectly with this kit. So I pulled a lot of those icons in, and then also YT Stationery, my shop, my $2 Tuesday icons, as well as Crest by Towie's icons, as always. I mean, you guys know. That's pretty much all I use. But yeah, I had to pack like every single day. like I said, I was just not very organized. But yeah, I will definitely be more prepared next time. So yeah, I was just pretty much packing every single day. On Monday, I also did orders. I print and cut. I always like to kind of, like I always work in batches. Obviously, well, no, I don't know, obviously, but I work in batches, and then I always print and cut on one day, and then I foil the next day, and then pack them and ship them out, obviously. So yeah, that's how I like to do it. I don't like to do everything in one day. If I do a lot of orders or a lot of big orders, I like to just print in one day and then cut the next day and then foil the day after that. So it kind of always depends, but usually I print and cut the same day and then foil the next one. But yeah, that's what I did on Monday. And then I also got a car wash because that was very needed. Yeah, there was just so many pollen this year. My car was constantly covered in like just super yellow. I just had to check on my dog. He's just being loud. I don't know if you can hear him in the background. That just distracted me for a second. But again, on Tuesday, I was packing some more. I also had to buy a costume. My husband had a conference over this weekend. And there was, they had a murder mystery game from his work conference. So I had to buy a costume because the theme for this murder mystery they chose was the Wild West. And my husband and I got the role of a rich couple. So I had to look for like a Victorian style dress, which I didn't know. Well, I don't know a lot about the Wild West. Like, you guys know, I was born and raised in Germany. Everything I knew about the Wild West was kind of like from movies, and it like just, you know, like the saloon types and like cowboy style. But I never really realized that obviously that was also the time where people were like wearing Victorian style dresses and stuff. But obviously, like, I looked it up, and like when they give you the information about your characters, they tell you like the dress code and stuff. So obviously it did say Victorian style dress. So I looked on Amazon because obviously I was going to wear it just one time, so I didn't want to buy something super expensive. But I found a nice, like, somewhat Victorian style looking dress. I didn't want to go like too over the top. But I also bought like a big hat and like gloves, and it was just so fun to dress up. I got my husband some suspenders, and also a hat and stuff. Like I said, we were supposed to be like a rich couple, and we were traveling to the Wild West to buy property, I guess. But yeah, I bought that costume, and that took place on a Saturday. We had so much fun. The boys stayed at their grandma's house, and yeah, my husband and I just went to his little like work conference dinner and played murder mystery, which let me just say, I hate being the center of attention. I'm an introvert. I'm a very, very social person. I love making friends. I love talking to people. But I feel like that's always a misconception of introverts. It's like that they don't really, you know, like making friends or something. I don't know. But I mean, there are obviously different types. But I personally love making friends. I thought I heard something. But anyways, but I hate being the center of attention. I'm most comfortable with people that I know, and also by myself. But yeah, I like talking to people, but I don't like being the center of attention. So that was kind of like a play, pretty much, you know, when we played murder mystery, and I just don't like it. I had a lot of fun, but it was like a lot of people I don't know, and my husband works with a lot of older people, which they're all super fun, and like they're hilarious and super nice. But it was just like, yeah, it was just there was a lot going on, but we had a lot of fun. Also, on the 23rd, which was Friday, it was one of my best friend's birthdays. And then on the 24th, it was my other best friend's birthdays. All of our birthdays are in June, which is so funny. And then I was born in 93. My best friend whose birthday is on the 23rd was born in 92. And then the other one whose birthday is on the 24th was born in 91, which is so funny. But yeah, they're not Geminis because obviously they're born towards the end of June. So they're both Cancers, and Geminis and Cancers are supposed to be supposed to get along very, very well, which we are. So it's so funny that both of my best friends are Cancers, and their birthdays are also in June. So yeah, that was also something super exciting that happened. Did anything else happen this week? I don't think. I was just packing a lot. I was ordering a lot of stuff on Amazon for the new place. And then I also we picked up the keys on Friday. Like I said, our lease was kind of like overlapping. So we picked up the keys on Friday, and then I went to the apartment on Sunday to go over like the checklist they give you to make sure everything is all right, and put down everything that needs to be fixed and stuff that, you know, was already there, so you don't have to compensate them for it when you move out. So I did that on that Sunday. For the most part, everything was fine. There was a couple of things they had to fix, and they did that right away. So that was all good to go. But yeah, that was pretty much the week. Like I said, I have a couple more spreads I want to film for 2023, and then we're all going to move into 2024. Yeah, I'm just excited for the new planner, to be honest. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time.